Hi Simon, good to see you today.
Hi there.
Hi. So we're on this trip together to Africa, part of the UK trade mission, and I thought it'd be great to take an opportunity just to have a chat and ask you some questions. So you've been a customer of Energise Africa now since we started actually last year.
Yes.
And we've raised about over £1 million together, I think, for working capital.
Yes.
How important is it for you to get that affordable finance?
It's absolutely essential for us as a business. So Azuri is a pay-as-you-go solar company, and core to our offering is we're putting assets in the hands of customers that then get paid back over a period of time. So the faster you grow, the more cash you've got tied up in the hands of customers, and that has been a limitation to a number of pay-go companies. So being able to access affordable debt finance to be able to cover that working capital cost is essential to enable us to grow at the rate we're growing.
Great. And we're here in Nairobi today, the third leg of our trip. What are the things that you've heard today and that have been discussed most resonated with you in terms of your business?
So I think what we're seeing is a maturity of discussion in a number of different ways. We're seeing a maturity, for example, of the pay-go industry as being a substantial component in providing energy and providing services to customers. But we're also seeing a maturity in the discussion about how companies work together. So historically there was this kind of view that you come to a country and you just export and you go away.
Right.
But really the discussion over the last few days has been all about partnerships. It's been all about how we can work together to get mutual benefit. And yes, we're a for-profit business, but we're all about generating profit for our partner companies in Kenya and also for our own consumers.
Exactly, to share the benefits basically, and make sure that the positive impact that we're creating together is shared amongst all the population.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. And what are the things which today you'd like to talk about in terms of what Azuri has announced?
Well, one of the key issues for the whole pay-go industry and energy in general is it's growing very rapidly, but it's still a small fraction of the overall task that we've got ahead of ourselves. And Azuri from the very outset took the approach that we would use partnerships to be able to underpin scale.
Yeah.
And today we announced a partnership with Unilever, probably the largest company in Africa, to help distribute Azuri's products throughout Kenya and later on throughout other countries. But that partnership is more than just a simple distribution agreement. What we've done is to share the Unilever Sunlight brand, which is a well-known brand for washing powder, and apply that to solar products. And so what we're trying to do is to give our consumers a mix of energy services through pay-go, but also access to modern, clean washing through washing powder. And in the future, we'd like to offer data services that provide affordable healthcare or other such things. So very much thinking of the solutions as an integrated package of offerings, rather than simply there's a mains plug, go figure, which I think is really key to getting this stuff to scale rapidly.
Yeah, that's great. And I think it's part of what we've been talking about these last few days in terms of different ways of doing business and also new thinking. I liked your approach earlier when you talked about the Apple model, which is thinking about the services that people really want as end customers.
Yes.
And Energise Africa has also received some additional funding from UK Aid, which is great. So we hope that we can work together to help scale that up and provide you with more finance that you need as well.
Well, I mean, I think on the topic of new thinking, I think you guys have to be absolutely congratulated for really changing the investment environment. So it's still the case that if you go to an average bank in an African country and ask for a loan, they will ask you for 150% tangible collateral, and that simply isn't going to work.
Right.
But you guys have managed to come up with a different way of raising finance. And we've moved beyond the days when it's $500 here, $500 there.
Right.
The sums of money are now really substantial and meaningful. So I'm excited about the change that is happening in all sorts of sectors. So it's in the finance sector, it's in the fintech sector,
Yeah.
it's in technology, access to digital media, access to services and so on. So innovation is happening in so many different places.
Yeah.
And it's just a tremendous time to be involved in this sector.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that I took from the sessions is we've been talking a lot about businesses and institutions coming to Kenya, for example, and investing. But actually what we've got is this model where it's even more innovative, where it's actually UK retail investors,
Exactly.
everyday people investing their own money into the growth of the economy in Kenya.
Absolutely.
Which is fabulous.
Yeah.
And it's win-win, I think.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's fabulous to see, and it's really interesting. I don't know, years ago I used to sort of look at the stock market, and you kind of got a list of companies, you take a pin and you sort of plot at them, and you don't really know what's going to happen because you've got no real visibility of what's going on inside a company. I think arguably, people would say, oh, investing in this in Africa or that in Africa is risky, but actually I'd argue that the investors have got much more visibility on what's really going
Right.
on, that money is going for a particular purpose, you can see the benefit that's going to come out of it. And so we're getting really quite sophisticated retail investors making a difference to the lives of individuals in Africa, and actually changing the investment landscape at the same time.
Yeah, great. Well, it's excellent to talk to you today, and it's been a fabulous trip.
Yes.
And I look forward to doing more business with you.
No, it's been a great trip, great pleasure to be with you, and I'm sure that both companies are going to grow very rapidly.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.